Hi, everyone, and welcome back to JSA TV, where we're coming to you today live from DCD Connect here in London. And I am joined by Matthew Farnell, who's the Global Director at EkkoSense.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah,
how you doing?
So great to have you here.
Thank you.
Like I said, we're sort of kicking off the day one, actually, of DCD Connect here in London. What are you looking forward to most about the show this week?
Oh wow, yeah. DCD, it comes round so quickly every year. Normally it's a little bit later in the year, but it's happening a little bit early this year. I believe there are 3,600 attendees this year, so I think it's the biggest DCD
You heard it here
ever.
first. 3,600. I hadn't heard that number yet this morning.
This is my 24th DCD, I think.
Is that right?
So been coming here a while.
Is that right? Wow.
But yes, this is by far the biggest. So looking forward to meeting our existing customers.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of new folks, I guess, here in the industry today as well. Yeah, it should be
fantastic. It's a great venue, actually. I think it is fantastic.
I've never been before, I have to say.
Is that right? Yeah. No, it's nice. It's you kind of have a great vantage point of who all is here and everything.
Absolutely.
So, well, let's get right into it. Let's give our guests an opportunity to hear a little bit about EkkoSense, if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, sure. So we are at heart, we're a software company, an AI-based cloud software company. We provide a solution, EkkoSoft, which we've been providing to data center operators now for over 11 years. I'm glad to say we're a UK-based business, but cover the globe. So we'll talk a little bit more about our team in the US and team in Asia Pacific, but fundamentally we're thermal optimization experts. So EkkoSoft helps customers optimize their data centers. We do lots around capacity planning, ESG reporting, and generally improving visibility for data center operators.
Yeah. Perfect solution for what the industry needs right now, it seems to me.
Especially in the context of these increasing loads that everyone's talking about 100%. With AI, all the stuff that's happening.
Yeah. And we're going to talk more about that. First, let's talk about I know that your team, some members of your team are part of a panel tomorrow. The panel is called, I want to get this right, Data Center Resilience and Operations in the Age of AI. So can you tell us a little bit about who from your team is representing on that panel? What will they be talking about?
Yeah, sure. So I'm glad to say our CTIO is here, Dr. Stu Redshaw.
Amazing, yeah.
Stu was one of the founders of EkkoSense way back when. He's an emeritus professor from Nottingham University, PhD professor, very, very smart human guy.
Yeah.
So it's basically EkkoSoft is his brainchild initially. So he's grown up with the business. He's going to be talking about the advent of AI and all the high density loads that we're seeing in the data center today. Yeah. So this evolution from, medium low densities that we've seen over the years, 3 to 5 kilowatts per rack, which is air cooled, going up to people are talking about 150 kilowatts a rack now, which is just an intense amount of energy to manage.
Right. And so speaking of AI and sort of, as you said, how are we managing that from, just in terms of so many things. But I mean, one of the solutions that EkkoSense offers is this leading the shift toward liquid and hybrid cooling. Can you talk about that and how that's a benefit in the context of AI?
Yeah, sure. So those traditional workloads that we talked about, that kind of 3 to 5 kilowatts a rack range, the way we've traditionally dealt with heat management industry is through air cooling, obviously, for many years. And most data centers are still designed and built that way. But when we get beyond 10 kilowatts a rack, 20 kilowatts a rack, 100 kilowatts a rack, cooling that with air alone, removing that amount of heat is going to be super challenging. Yeah. So obviously we need liquids, have better coefficient properties to do that. So we're obviously going to have different topologies of cooling in the data center. Where we add value around that is still our monitoring piece and then optimization as well. Heat transfer, the rules of physics don't change, even with AI. So EkkoSoft will help operators still have visibility over these hybrid environments, particularly liquid cooling, and we can help optimize as well. So managing the capacity of these high density sites, planning where we're going to put these loads, and also still removing the heat safely as well to maintain SLAs.
And this is obviously something that's in demand. It's needed desperately by the industry, I think, right now. And I mean, I think that the growth of EkkoSense speaks to that a little bit. And maybe we can start there. You mentioned 11 years you've had this solution and started in the UK, but your footprint's really global now. So tell us a little bit about that, the global footprint and what that path has looked like for you.
Yeah, sure. It's exciting, actually. So if I think about the Americas to start off with, so we have a new leader there, Steve Lewis, is our VP of sales for the Americas. He's based in North America, but covering both continents, I guess you could say. Steve joined us at the start of this year, and he's growing his team, got a lot more customer engagement as a result. So that's a really exciting evolution for us. Yeah. And then in January this year, we launched our business in APAC. So we have Robert Linsdale, who used to run Vertiv in Australia. He's leading our business there. He's based in Australia. Yeah. We've recently done events in places like Singapore as well, which are obviously really important markets. Lots of growth happening in countries like Indonesia and Malaysia today. So yeah, we're slowly growing into these markets, or very rapidly growing into these markets actually as the industry evolves.
Yeah, amazing. And so I'm going to leave you with a really easy question. Ready?
It's going so well.
Yeah, I know. And then I threw this at you. But in your opinion, what will AI's role be in the future of digital infrastructure?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I don't think this is a bubble. I don't think this is like the dot-com boom or anything like that we've seen before. You know, companies like NVIDIA have been growing massively. The amount of infrastructure that they're deploying, that our customers are talking about today. If we think about the applications that we use in our lives, AI is everywhere now, isn't it? And I don't think that's going away anytime soon. NVIDIA and others talk about the competitive advantage that AI brings. And I think if you're not on that journey as a company using AI, then you're going to get left behind by your competitors. So I think the technology is here to stay. It's only going to get stronger. This is the generative models, the large language models. It's just the first round, isn't it, really? Right. So not going anywhere anytime soon. And if we look at the growth in the global data center market, the amount of power, land, the people that are going to be required to run this infrastructure, I think it's a really interesting time in this industry, and we're going to see lots of growth for years to come. Yeah.
Thank you. And it's amazing to talk to you and to continue to talk to the team at EkkoSense and hear the solutions that you're coming up with to help usher in that growth, as you said, that's not going away, right? And so we need to be there to steward it along.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Really appreciate the time today.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in today to JSA TV, where we continue to come to you live from DCD Connect here in London throughout the day. Until then, see you next time.